Hello and welcome back to Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition with me, Bardon, the Nameless One, Dakon, Anna, and Mort. Okay, so Fall from Grace has told us that we have to chat with the people around here, so that's a brothel patron. Let's talk to Vivian first. This tall, elegant woman with her sharp features and regal demeanour is a striking example of aristocratic beauty. Her clothes appear to be spun of silver thread, and a small foil dangles from her necklace. She is perfumed with an exotic, erotic scent that seems to draw you towards her. Greetings. She looks you over, arching an eyebrow with what you sense to be disdain. Greetings, my name is Vivian. Am I to presume I am being summoned? No, I just had some questions. She nods imperiously. Go on then. What are you doing here? Aside from my work as a student here, I am looking for something. Actually, you would not happen to have smelled it, would you? A student? Vivian nods, looking vaguely bored. That is correct. Mistress Grace tutors us in the arts of language and conversation, the ability to affect another with one's words, to gain new insights into both them and ourselves. All the prostitutes here are such students. You asked if I had smelled something? Yes, I have a particular scent that seems to have gone, wandering. It is somewhat difficult to keep it in one place. I hope someone did not take it by accident, though you never know with the ladies around here. She frowns. So, any chance you smell it somewhere? You smell quite nice right now, you know. She scowls for a moment and smiles at you. Yes, and I thank you for your compliment, but I assure you, this particular aroma is nothing to my personal scent. She sighs. How can a scent go wandering? Vivian shakes her head. I'd meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times, and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with my own personal scent. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances. Vivian stomps her feet. I want that scent back, and I want it now. How would you know it if you found it? You would know it by smell, I assure you. It is quite striking, especially to men. I can help you. Vivian seems dubious. Are you certain? I do not wish to impose. No imposition. I am pleased to help such a lovely woman as yourself.
Updated my journal.
Anna mumbles something angrily. You catch the words piking and Egypt stick. Vivian smiles and nods to you. You are too kind, very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I am somewhat anxious to get it back. A one-of-a-kind scent, really. Let me ask you about something else. She nods imperiously. Go on then. Can you tell me about this place? Mistress Grace's brothel. 'Tis a school where she tutors us in the arts of language and conversation, the ability to affect another with one's words, and to gain new insights into both them and ourselves. For many, it is in the preparation to become a member of the Society of Sensation. The Society of Sensation? Vivian sighs. You may wish to ask Fall from Grace, or better yet, someone at the Civic Fest Hall about the Sensates. They would be happy to speak with you, I am certain. I had another question. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? Isn't she some sort of historical figure? I can't quite recall. Who is she? A night hag from Sigil's past, I think.
Updated my journal.
I hope she stays in the past then. Night hags are foul creatures, besmirching all femininity everywhere in the plains. She suddenly pauses. You may wish to ask Eve. She knows all sorts of peculiar little tales. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. Okay, so who have we got next? Dolora. Okay, let's talk to Dolora. That's a patron. Okay. This dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought to be grey, are the colour of brushed steel. Greetings. The woman's voice is soft, calm, without inflection. It has a certain faraway quality, as if someone somehow not attached to her. Greetings. I am Delora. May I serve you somehow? In what ways can you serve me, Delora? She blinks her eyes, then touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly. I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I am also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for few such games here. Could we play a game then? Of course. Is there anything in particular you wish to play? I guess we can't play a game. No, I don't really remember any games. Here then, allow me to show you one. Delora brings out a thin, lacquered box, which unfolds into a small board marked with a grid. The contents of the box prove to be a number of polished stone chips, half of them black, half of them white. This game goes by many names. Shall I explain the rules to you? Yes, please. Delora explains to you the rules of the game, how the chips are moved, how one bests one's opponent. It seems somehow faintly familiar to you. The rules are simple, yes, but a great deal of complexity lies within the game itself. It takes a great deal of time to master. Shall we play? Yes, let's. As you play, you come to realize that you've done so before. You recall various ploys and strategies that have won you previous games, and employ every trick you know to beat her. Suddenly a strange feeling comes over you, a memory trying to surface. Let's allow the memory to surface. Memories of a smoke-filled field of battle begin to fill your mind. Atop a great hill overlooking the fighting you sat, mounted upon a massive four-legged beast. The braying of horns carried your orders to the troops below. Let's continue the memory. Even as you watched, your forces divided, fleeing left and right as the foreign army fought its way up the hill to slay the enemy lord, you. The fools, you had thought, lips curling in a wicked smile. My knights had charged down the hillside and stopped their advance in an instant. At that very moment, my retreating footmen will fall in to crush their flanks. Yet another victory soon to be mine. You suddenly realize Delora is watching you intently. Are you feeling well? We might take up the game another day if you so wish. No, let's continue the game. Delora plays excellently, counter-attacking all but your most crafty moves, but eventually your feints and calculating maneuvers win over her well-crafted strategies. She nods approvingly as she begins to put the game away. You are a fine player, perhaps a master. I commend you for your skill. Thanks, but do you always play so mercilessly? Delora nods. Mrs. Grace instructs us to hold nothing back, for another of our students plays so that her opponent will always just manage a win. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience, a true challenge, rather than something that might be more pleasing to one's ego. I see, you mentioned debating before. Delora nods. That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have a matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Sigilian politics, the most effective battle stratagems for warring in Acheron, the meaning of existing itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate. Choose a topic, see if you can best her. You choose the topic and begin. The debate lasts a long time as the two of you exchange points and counterpoints, each attempting to methodically undermine the other's position. As you speak, a strange feeling begins to come over you, a memory trying to surface. Okay, let's allow it to surface. Memories of a great hall begin to form in your mind, a vast place, full of well-dressed elites. A formal ball was taking place. Before you, a small, impeccably dressed fellow who wore a golden medallion. It was emblazoned with a symbol you dimly recall as the sign of one. The two of you stood in a circle of onlookers who've gathered to listen to your debate. But that's impossible, the man was saying, looking perplexed. Oh, but it is, you recall yourself replying. I've made several several inarguable points and given you a number of examples. You simply don't exist. But you can't. Were I to accept that, yes, you'd cease to exist. And without a flash of light or puff of smoke, with no fanfare of any sort, the man was simply gone. The onlookers oohed and ahed, some clapped. You remember giving a flourishing bow and walking away, a small, satisfied smile upon your lips. You suddenly realise Delora is watching you closely. Are you feeling well? We might finish our discussion at another time, should you like. No, let's continue the debate. As hard-pressed as you are to beat Delora's infallible sense of logic, you eventually win out. She merely nods in approval. You're a most skilled debater. This there is no denying. I do feel, though, that had I time to perform some research, you might not have bested me. Thanks. Delora nods. If you would like, we can debate once more upon the same topic. I could argue your position this time, should you desire it. Wait, are you always so ruthless in a debate? And then she's going to say the same thing. Yeah. I see. I understand. I have some other questions. Delora casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be a sad sigh. I'm willing to serve you as a patron, but have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being. What's wrong? Anything I can help with?
Updated my journal.
She looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more you're struck by the pale smoothness of skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think all things shall be resolved. Are you certain there's nothing I could do? Certain? Delora pauses as if thinking. No, I am not. My first love, Merriman, possesses still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Why don't you seek him out? Speak with him. Delora shakes her head. I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say that I cannot seek out Merriman myself. Then I'll find this Merriman and speak to him on your behalf.
Updated my journal.
Delora nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She bows her head. Were you to find and speak with Merriman, I would be most grateful. He is a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to ask for him at the Civic Fest Hall. I'll return when I find him. Farewell. So we'll have to remember to come back to speak to her. Okay, so you're a brothel patron. That's Vivi, we talk to her. That's not a patron. What are you guys? Let's talk to her now. This strange cubic creature seems to be as much machine as it is organic. As you approach the thing, it silently stares at you with wide and blinking eyes. Its face hasn't the slightest trace of emotion. Come on, Chief. We're in a building full of some of the sexiest chits this side of the multiverse, and you're stopping to talk to modrons? What can you tell me about them, Mort? Mort makes an eyes of what they discussed. What's there to say? What's there to say? An iron little clockwork pest. They're always working to impose law and order upon the multiverse. Not good, mind you, just law. Let's just forget about them and go chat with the ladies, eh? Let's ignore Morton, read the Morton. Its voice has a metallic, reverberating quality to it, as if it were more sound played out on some warped musical instrument than the true speech. Your greeting is returned. There's a soft click as the creature blinks. An awkward silence hangs in the air between you. I had some questions. Identify yourself to us. I'm not sure who I am. We know why this is so. I don't know myself. I just can't remember. All things should have a name. All things should be identified. We find your answer unsatisfactory, but it shall have to suffice for the present. The creature pauses and blinks at you. We would identify ourselves as modrons. Quadrone type, winged variant to the subject. I had some questions now. The subject is free to ask a question. Do you know what this little cube-like toy creature is? The module in its appearance, identical in every aspect but size to the object in your hand, blinks once, twice, then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendages of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transport the user to whatever destination it was tuned to during its creation. What's the proper position to activate this one? We do not have that information. Only 97% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of the subject's portal cube, nor have we ever been given instructions as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they will have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. I had another question. The subject is free to ask a question. What are you doing here? Our purpose here is observation. What are you observing? We are observing one of the establishment's staff. Who are you observing? As previously stated, we are observing one of the establishment's staff. Yes, but who exactly are you observing? The object of our scrutiny is named Dolora. Why are you watching her? We have not been informed as to the specific purpose or purposes which resulted in our being given our present task. The command of our superior, Pentadrome, is sufficient reason to perform said task. As such, the purpose or purposes are irrelevant to us. I had another question. So maybe they're watching Dolora for that Merriman guy. What can you tell me about this place? A building located in the section of Sigils, commonly known as the Clerk's Ward. We cannot give exact coordinates as the surface of Sigil changes at intervals we have not determined as of the present. The building itself is known as the Brothel of Slaking, Intellectual Lusts. It serves as what may be broadly defined as a language school. The students of the school are primarily females who intend to, at some point, we have not determined, and which varies from student to student, become a factorum of the Society of Sensation. The Society of Sensation, we know about that already. Let's ask him though. We'll provide a brief summary as to what the Society of Sensation is defined as, a faction whose core belief is that with experience comes true understanding of the multiverse and its secrets. I had another question. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? We do not. If you are not currently in the process of doing so, we would suggest a methodical approach in questioning of each of the inhabitants of this building. I had another question. Do you know anything about Rabble Puzzlewell? We know nothing of any being or object possessing such an appellation. Farewell then. Okay, so we're finished with those guys. Let's go around this way. So just various rooms, but I want to check to see if there are other people we can speak to before. So that's a patron. That looks like another patron. Who are you? Hang on. That's a patron. Okay, patron. Hang on, don't we talk to you?
We need to stay upkept now.
Kesai Ceres.
I must rest.
This alarming voluptuous woman has a thick mane of wavy raven-coloured hair, bluish skin and shimmering crimson eyes, like rubies, which have fires lit behind them. Though she is not beautiful in the typical sense of the word, her features are exotic and not altogether unattractive. Greetings. The woman's voice is deep and sensuous. And my greetings to you, sir. Her burning eyes roam over you. I'm Kesai Ceres. So tell me, what might I do for you, Anything, Mort cries. Do anything you want to me. Kesai laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. She shakes her head and smiles at Mort. Truly though, please, what can I do for you? Well, what do you usually do for patrons? Talk, of course, usually about dreams, often those erotic in nature, but not always. Kesai winks at you, smiling. So, would you like to tell me yours? Don't be shy, I've heard everything, you know. Nothing would shock or surprise me, and I so love to hear people's dreams. We can trade if you'd like to, but you must go first. Let's see. My dreams were recently revised when I saw you, my lady. Were they now? Kesai smiles, her gleaming red eyes looking you once over once more. You look very savage, you know. Tell me, are you rough with your lovers in the act? I mean, very physical? No, I'm quite gentle, actually. Kesai nods, smiling. I thought you'd say as much. I'm quite rough myself. I like to be carried around and particularly enjoy biting. I've sharp teeth though, so I've to take care. Sometimes I get carried away and draw a little blood, you know. It's enough to make me weep. Where was this chit when I had a body? Roaming the outlands, most likely, but that was a rhetorical question, wasn't it? She winks at Mort and turns to you again. You have sharp teeth? Kesai nods. I certainly do. Would you like to see? Here. She opens her mouth slightly, running her violet tongue over her bottom teeth. Her canines are just long enough to be considered fangs. Bites from those would not go over well with me. Maybe this is some way to be turned into a vampire. See. That's why it's so important to talk about such things, especially with one's lover. A couple's first time together could be much improved if they discussed the act beforehand. Besides, it's such fun to talk about. Kesai smiles widely at you, her eyes glinting like two red jewels. Yes, I'd say so. Kesai nods, looking lost in thought for a moment. Say, you never did tell me about your dreams, you know. Come on, let's have them. I don't have dreams, actually. Kesai arches her eyebrows in surprise. Truly? How sad. Even fiends and divas dream, you know. Are you certain you don't? Quite certain. No dreams at all. Too peculiar. I'm at a loss as what to say. Well, I did have some questions. Kesai blinks her crimson eyes at you, waiting your questions. If you don't mind me asking, what are you? Kesai shakes her head. What can't you tell? What? Can't you tell? She draws herself up, thrusting her ample bosom towards you. A woman! She raises an eyebrow. I can see my answer doesn't please you. I'm plain touched, actually. Like your friend here, Kesai indicates Anna. That's all you need to know. I had another question. What are you doing here? Entertaining your questions, it seems. She winks at you. Really though, I'm a student of Mistress Grace's. All the prostitutes in the brothel are. A student? That's right, the brothel is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of language so that we can better identify with ourselves and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know. Tell me about the sensates. The Society of Sensation believe that the multiverse can only be understood by experiencing. The more you experience, the closer you are to understanding the dark of the multiverse. Intriguing, huh? I think I was born to be one. I just want to know everything. I had another question. Kesai blinks her crimson eyes at you, awaiting your question. Can you tell me about this place? Certainly. The brothel of slating intellectual lust is actually a school for women. We've read that already. Okay. I had another question. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
No, I don't. Kesai frowns. Most of the women will say she's prissy, but she's always been nice enough to me, complimenting me on my eyes, and she smells so good. I hope she finds her own scent again soon. Try asking Nenny about it. She's everywhere at once and might have seen something. You do have lovely eyes, you know. Tee. Anna sneers, rolling her eyes. Egypt. Ignore Anna's comment. Kesai shrugs and looks back to you. Why, thank you. You can see them glowing in the dark, you know. Bizarre, no? She pauses to look at you. You've some nice eyes too, so dark and mysterious, so full of character. Thanks, Kesai. I had another question. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, nothing. Are you sure? You seem suddenly upset. She narrows her red eyes at you. Of course I'm sure. Don't ask me of her again. Farewell then. Okay, and I think it's probably farewell from us. So, what was her name? Kesai, yeah. So from me, Bardon, the Nameless One, Dakon, Anna, Mort, and Kesai, it's goodbye. And we really do hope to see all of you next time. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.